How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we have a very special deck profile for you, MELFFY Sprites. That's right, it's a new combination now that we don't really have the frogs anymore that I think could be really cool, so make sure you stick around and check that out. Before we begin, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and as you can see, we also have my Twitter handle right here, so make sure you jump over to Twitter and follow me there. There's going to be a lot of cool giveaways in the near future, so make sure you are followed. And let's jump straight into the deck profile. So I think the Spright engine takes benefit of the MELFFY engine really well because of the synergy with the level 2s. MELFFYs are all level 2s and they're basically just insane interruptions on your opponent's turn. Also, really easy to bring out Herald of the Arclight with this deck, and really easy to bounce monsters off of your opponent's field. So these are really good against the current meta. So this is basically what led me to build this. So we're gonna just begin with some of the MELFFY engine, if you will. And we have 3 Rescue Cat, which I think is really solid here. If you can get this to resolve, and not a lot of people are playing hand traps today, you will basically go plus over your opponent really quickly, because this will start off your entire combo, will bring out those MELFFYs to your field and let you start comboing. We also have 3 MELFFY Wally, which is one of the new MELFFYs, which is the really good one you want to play 3 of. All the MELFFYs have similar effects whenever the opponent special or normal summons a monster or declares an attack on them. They can return themselves to the hand and then do something. So Wally specifically special summons 2 MELFFY monsters from your deck, which is insane. And then the best 2 you would want to summon probably is the Puppy and the Caddy. So you want to play 2 of the Puppy and the Caddy. The Puppy basically special summons a beast monster level 2 from your deck. So that will basically always be the Calantosa. And the MELFFY Caddy searches a beast monster to your hand. And the best 2 you can search are the MELFFY Pinny, which when a MELFFY monster returns to the hand, and that happens all the time, a few times a turn, you can special summon it and then synchro summon with it. So basically you get a Herald of the Arclight or the Merry MELFFYs, which is also a new synchro monster for the archetype. And you can also search the Hop Ear Squadron that basically does the same. So again, this synchro summons from the hand, and you can search this off the Caddy and then get to the Herald of the Arclight really quickly. And then to round it up, we have 2 Calantosa, which basically you can special summon it with the Puppy, and it basically pops a card on the field. So this is the MELFFY package. Not a lot of MELFFYs, but enough to get you to basically pop a few cards, return some cards to the hand, and of course get the Herald of the Arclight on the field. And then for the Spright lineup, we have the 3 blues, we have 3 jet, we have carrot, and we have red. This is, I think, the standard ratio. You want to see a lot of them in your opening hand because you want to benefit off of having those level 2s on the field to special summon them. And then you also have the Spright starter. And this is basically the 2 engines of the deck right here, the Spright engine, the MELFFY engine, and then you have some additional cards to round it up. You have, of course, 3 Pot of Prosperity, you have DD Crow, which is an amazing hand trap in this format, and this deck can actually run a lot of utility cards because the engines are pretty small. You have, of course, 3 Infinite Impermanence, you have the 3 Veilers. Again, you can switch this out for Mourners as well, but this is really good against Tearlament. You just Veiler or Imperm the Kit Kalos, and basically you stop the opponent right there. You also have the MELFFY Playhouse, in which you can detach materials from a MELFFY Xyz monster on your field, then bounce the same number of monsters from your opponent's field to their hand. So this is really strong, and you can search this off of your MELFFYs. You have, of course, the One Smashers, and in the main deck we have the Gamma Burst because of the synergy with Joyous MELFFYs, which lets your MELFFY monsters attack directly. So if you can get enough of them on the field, and usually you can spam a lot of them in one turn, you make them all attack directly, they all gain 1400 attack, and then you can go for game in a really surprising way. So these are all the utility cards, the one-ofs, and the hand traps, and now let's go into the extra deck. So for the MELFFYs, we have Merry MELFFYs, which when it's summoned, it can basically bounce a card to your opponent's hand. Also adds another cool utility effect, but this is the main reason why you want to summon it. It's basically like an IP Unicorn kind of play, which is a lot freer and takes a lot less resources. We also have the Herald of the Arclight, which I think is amazing in this format. You get this on the field against tier elements, and they basically have to go battle phase, and then you can interrupt them there. And again, you can get this out really quickly with the Penny, and of course with the Hop Ear Squadron. And then we have the Joyce Melffys, which searches a Melffy card from your deck, and this one also makes your Melffy monsters attack directly. And then we have the Spright cards and the extra utility for the deck. We have the 3 Elf, we have a Dark, we have an IP Masquerena, and we have a Unicorn. We also have Topologic Zeroboros. Again, you can trigger this off really easily with Elf and IP, and this is pretty devastating against tier elements or any other deck to be exact. And we have 2 Gigantic Spright to get those extra Melffys or Sprites to the field if you want them. And then we have the Zeus package, which I think in classic Melffys before Spright were introduced, this was the main play, just to go into like Zeus Turbo and like control the board really well. And then when you're ready, you just go into Zeus because it's really easy. So yeah, this has been my Spright Melffy deck list. I think this is going to be really interesting to test in the upcoming format. We also have this amazing playmat that I got off of eBay, an unofficial Melffy playmat, but it's super cool. My girlfriend is using it currently. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this build. Did you try something like this and have any thoughts to share? Make sure you follow also on Twitter, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.